Okay, function machines. Basically, you put a number in here, it will do something to the number and it comes out here. So when I put a 5 in that machine, the machine times it by 2, so it will come out as 10. So if you put a 2 in, the machine will times it by 2 and it comes out as 4. If I put a 9 in, the machine will times it by 2 and it will come out as 18. Just check out this one here. Something has been put into the machine, we don't know what it is, but it's come out as 24. Something times 2 is 24. Now you probably know what that is just by knowing your times tables, but if you didn't know, you just need to do the opposite. So we don't want to times it by 2 and we want to find the answer going the other way. We do the opposite. The opposite of times is divide. So going the opposite way, we say 24 divided by 2, and that would give us 12. And the same with this one, 22, I'm going the opposite way. So instead of timesing, I'm dividing. 22 divided by 2 will give us 11. Let's just check this second one out. This one is minus 4, so I'm taking away 4. So if I put 10 in the input, take away 4, what will come out? 10 take away 4 is 6. If I put 9 in here, take away 4, 5 will come out. If I put 6 in here, take away 4, 2 will come out. Now I'm going the opposite way. So if I put a 4 has come out. So something, we don't know what it is, take away 4 is 4. So to find out, I need to do the opposite. The opposite of minus is add. So I'm going to add 4. 4 add 4 is 8. And again, with the 20, I'm going the opposite way. So instead of a minus 4, I need a plus 4. 20 add 4 is 24. And we'll just do one last one. Let's have a look at this divide. Put a number in, it divides it by 3 and gives you a new number out. If I put 9 in, divide it by 3, I'll get 3. If I put 12 into the input, divide it by 3, 12 divided by 3 is 4. If I put 30 in, divide it by 3, 30 divided by 3 is 10. So let's just have a look at going the other way. The opposite of divide is times 3. So going the other way, 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. How about when we have both numbers and we want to know what goes in the middle? What is the machine doing? And to find that out, let's put one of them in. So I put a 1 in and a 6 comes out. So what has happened to it? Well, a possibility is that it's been multiplied by 6. So let's try that. 1 times 6 is 6, that works. What about this one? 2 times 6 is 12, so that doesn't work. So we need to get rid of that and try again. So what else could have happened? 1 add 5 is 6, so let's try adding 5. Does it work with the others? 2 add 5 is 7, that works. 3 add 5 is 8, that works. So the machine's function must be plus 5. We can use function machines to show equations. What expression is being shown by the function machine? Well, I put n into the machine and I times it by 4. How would we write that algebraically? Well, we would just write 4n, because remember in algebra we don't write the multiplication sign. What about this one? We put n into the machine and we subtract 3. So what is the expression? N subtract 3, n minus 3. I put n into the machine, it multiplies it by 2, and then it adds 6. So first of all, I'm doing 2 times n, which is 2n. We don't use the times. And then I'm adding 6. So add 6. Remember, we always write the number first when we're multiplying a letter. So what will this one be? I've put in an n, I'm going to times it by 5, and then I'm going to subtract 2. Well, n times 5 is 5n, and then I'm going to subtract 2. And now we need to draw function machines for these expressions, n plus 15. So there's the expression. All the machine has done to the n is added 15. What's happened here? All the machine has done is subtracted 2. N has become 6n. All the machine has done is multiplied by 6. This one's slightly harder. N has become 3n minus 4. So first of all, it's times to the n by 3. And then it's taken away 4. Right, so solving equations means finding out what the letter stands for. What number does it represent? So here we have an expression. Let me get my pen. N minus 12 equals 45. I put n in the machine takes away 12 and I end up with 45. Now to get back to find out what n is, we need to work backwards, don't we? So first of all, what's the opposite of minus 12? Well, it's plus 12. So n must equal 45 plus 12. What's 45 plus 12? It's 57. 57, n is 57. And we can just check that. 45 plus 12 is 57. Let's have a look at this one. 5n equals 55. Well, I've put n in the machine and I timesed it by 5 and it came out as 55. So now we need to work backwards. What's the opposite of times 5? It's divide by 5. So 55 divided by 5 is 11. N equals 11. I put n into the machine and I've timesed it by 3 first of all, and then I've added 2 to get 17. Working backwards, I need the opposite of this. I need the opposite of timesing by 3, which is dividing by 3. 17 take away 2 is 15. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. N equals 5. And there are some more for you to try. Right, so there's another way we can look at solving equations. We don't have to write out the function machine and work backwards every time. If you look at this example here, I've got 3x plus 6 equals 15. Here's my 3x plus 6, and on this side I've got 15. Now, the first thing I can do is take away 6 of these. So if I take away 6, if I take away the 6, I'll just be left with the x's, won't I? If I take all these away, I'll be left with the x's. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, if I took those away, it would tip, wouldn't it? I need to take it away on that side as well. So if I say 3x plus 6 take away 6, I have 3x. If I say 15 take away 6, I have 9. So now I know that 3x is 9. So 3 times x, you don't need to write this out, I'm just doing it so you can see, is 9. If I want just the x, I need to do the opposite of timesing, which would be dividing. So I'm going to divide this side by 3. If I divide that side by 3, I must divide this side by 3. Otherwise, again, it would tip up. So 3x divided by 3 is just x. 9 divided by 3 is 3. X equals 3. So let's have another look at some of these examples here, using that same method I used there. So n plus 3 is 10. So first of all, I want to take away the 3 to get rid of it, the opposite of adding it. If I do it on one side, I need to do it on the other side as well. N plus 3 take away 3 leaves me with n. 10 take away 3 is 7. Let's have a look at this one. N divided by 5 is 4. So I need to do the opposite of the dividing. And if I do it to one side of the equation, one side of the equal sign, I must do it to the other. N divided by 5 times 5 is just n. And 4 times 5 is 20. Now this last one, n over 12, written as a fraction, just means n divided by 12. So n divided by 12 equals 3. I want to do the opposite of dividing, so I'm going to times it by 12 on that side, and if I times it by 12 on this side, I must times it by 12 on this side. N divided by 12 times 12 is just n. I've got rid of the 12. 3 times 12 is 36. Right, let's have a look at these other problems. The angles on a straight line add up to 180, that should say. It's missing off the end of the slide there. So 110 and that x, both these add up to 180. So we can write x plus 110 equals 180. So I've got a plus 110 to get rid of it. I need to take away 110. If I take away 110 on that side, I must take it away on this side. X plus 110, take away 110 is x. I've got rid of it just by doing the opposite. And 180, take away 110 is 70. 70 degrees. Now let's have a look where we have an x on both sides. Well, the method is the same, really. We're going to start by looking at each side. Which side has the most x's? I've got 9x on this side of the equals, 4x on this side. So what I'll do is I'll keep the 9x on this side, and I'm going to change this side to the numbers. I want x's on one side and numbers on the other. So first of all, I shall take away the x's I don't need. That's these ones here. So 4x, it's a plus 4x, so I need to minus 4x. And if I minus 4x on that side, I must minus 4x on this side. So now we have 9x minus 4x is 5x. And then I've still got the plus 2 equals, and then I've got 4x minus 4x, which is no x's left at all. So 5x plus 2 equals 12. And now we have an equation with x's just on one side. So we can carry on as normal. I want 5x on its own. I've got a plus 2. Do the opposite. And if I take 2 away from that side, I need to take 2 away from this side. And on this side, I will end up with just the 5x. And on this side, I will end up with 12. Take away 2 is 10. Now, at the moment, I've got 5 times x, so I need to do the opposite, which is dividing by 5. So x equals 10 divided by 5, which is 2. Let's have a look at the next one. Which side has the most x's? This side does. So I'm going to take away the x's from this side. Take away 2x. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. Take away 2x from over here as well. So I am left with 3x plus 4 equals 31, and 2x minus 2x leaves me with nothing. So it's just 3x plus 4 equals 31. So let's take away the 4. So take away 4 from this side, take away 4 from that side to keep it balanced. 3x plus 4 take away 4 is just the 3x on its own. And on this side, 31 take away 4 is 27. So 3 lots of x is 27. We need to do the opposite. Divide it by 3 on this side and do the same on this side. Divide it by 3. So x equals 27 divided by 3, which is 9. And now we're on the last one. Which side has the most x's? This one does, so I shall take away this one. So I'm going to take away 3x off both sides. And if I want to be really clever, I can just say, well, I'm keeping my x's over here, so I want to get rid of the plus 3. So I need to take away 3 on both sides, the opposite of plus. So on this side, I have 8x take away 3x, which is 5x. 3 take away 3 is nothing. I'm left with just 5x. And then on the other side, I've got 3x take away 3x, which is nothing, and 12 take away 3, which is 9. 5x equals 9. So to get rid of the 5, I need to divide by 5. And what is 9 divided by 5? Well, I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. X equals 9 over 5. Right, our next example has some brackets. So the first thing we need to do is multiply out the brackets. Everything inside must be multiplied by the number outside. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. So 3x plus 6 equals 15. Let's take away 6 from both sides. 3x is left on this side, 9 is left on this side. Do the opposite of times in by 3, so we need to divide by 3, which will give me x, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. And let's try this last one. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 5 is 10 equals 24. Let's take 10 away from both sides, which leaves me with 2x on this side. 24 take away 10 is 14. To get rid of the 2, I need to do the opposite of timesing, so I'm going to divide by 2, which would give me x equals 14 divided by 2, which is 7.